As most most probably, I would say this ship probably had 400 or 500 crew and passengers aboard. Probably 80% of them are no longer aboard, and the only individuals that your sensors are able to detect that are quote unquote surviving, running around and exchanging fire with the Romulans, is probably a couple of dozen. Hmm. Sure. Yeah, we could say. In fact, if you do, you want, are you trying to scan for life signs or? Hmm. That's gonna be. I'm gonna say reason or science or medicine, either one. Reason, science, or medicine, and the difficulty due to the distance and the fact that neuroparasites are tiny and within another individual. The difficulty is gonna be 3 on this one. Do you want me to roll for you? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It'll probably be. What was the difficulty on that last one? It's probably gonna be the same difficulty, 2 or 3. I can't remember what it was. I'll just say it's difficulty 2 to get the comms. And again, this isn't going to be like perfect comms, clear and everything. Like there's going to be a lot of static, a lot of interference. That's why you're in an interference field. It's going to be like you're barely going to make out what people are going to say, but at least you will get the general idea of what's going on. Do you want to roll for that now, or do you have another? Okay. Hmm. Difficulty 2. That's all good. What's it doing? Is it lagging? Okay. All right. Control engineering. You know what? I'm actually going to spend 2 threat to increase the complication range to 4 because I have an idea. Oh, 2 zeros. Good. You didn't get a complication though. So that's good. So yeah, you're unable to reroute the communications, or yeah, to be able to communicate with them. Um, or was it the sensors that you were trying? I'm sorry. There's so much engineering talk. Comms. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you're unable to do that. Unless you have something immediate that you would like to do, I want to jump back to the shuttle real quick. Let's, okay. Let's see. Where is? There it is. All right. You guys are approaching. How do you want to do this? As soon as you get in that interference field, you probably have a few minutes before your sensors and communications and everything else starts to go down. So how do you want to do this? It's like if you're under, like, okay, so if you're in a pool but you're looking into the water, you can have a general idea of what's under there, but you're not going to see any detail. That's kind of what you guys are seeing right now. You could see the sensors are giving you a blurry visual of the Olympic, but if you didn't know that the Olympic was there to begin with, all you would know is that there's a massive metal alloy in that subspace field. The shuttle bay doors are not open. Now, most ships have like docking bays along the side for smaller ships. I think Voyager showed that a bunch of times. So if you'd like to go in and try to dock, then you can. It's going to be really difficult, though. All right. Does Unless someone decided to open the shuttle bay doors for you, no. You don't even have to roll. You know that if you tried to scan, or not scan, if you try to open comms, it would just bounce off and go in random direction in space. You're not going to get through that field. All right, so docking, is that the what I'm hearing? You want to try one of the docking airlocks on the side? All right, so it's going to be a control and con, difficulty 4, complication range 4. Okay. Okay. Yep. And I will roll for the ship. Yep, I'll roll for the shuttle. Could use a co-pilot, huh? Just roll one dice, control and con, like before, except instead of 2 dice, 1 dice. All right. Wow. So, wait, 2, 3. All right, so we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes. So 8 plus or 4 plus 2, so you're up to 6 momentum, and you succeeded. You get through. It's shaky for sure, but you're able to get through. The turbulence of the diamagnetic field is rocking you about, but you manage to get up to the ship and dock with it. No complications, which is a miracle. And yeah, you're able to dock with the ship. Now, the airlock door is not going to open automatically because power's down. So you're going to have to figure out a manual way to get through that airlock door, which are a lot more tougher than normal doors. So good luck with that. That's true. How do you want to try to get through? I mean, you've got options. You can phaser it. You can force it. You can try the manual actuator that they have on the side of the door. The little chung 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 chung. All right. So it's going to be either fitness or control. You can decide which one, and it's going to be engineering, and the difficulty is 2. You got it. So you do the lever up and down. It's really loud, definitely not telling the bad guys that you're here. And you guys get the door open probably about a foot, and you're able to kind of sneak on in. It's very, very dimly lit, flashing red lights everywhere. But you have made it in. Okay. So where are you headed to? All right. Okay. The corridors are dimly lit. Yep, go ahead. The tricorder sensors are under the same effect as the ship sensor, so it's like unless you're like 6 feet away from something, you don't even detect it. Okay. The corridors are dimly lit from the glow of red emergency lighting. Ahead, you find 3 dead officers on the floor. You recognize them from a mission briefing. One of them is Captain Cherviel. Let me grab his picture. And where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. He's an Andorian, and he is lying dead in the corridor, bloody. The other is Commander Dandrick, the first officer of Benzite, also dead. The security chief, Lieutenant Talau, is a Vulcan. Green blood splattered on the floor. She, unlike the others, has a blade wound through the back. The others were shot with Romulan disruptors. So where are you headed? Engineering? Alright. I'm going to jump to astrometrics while you guys are headed that way. Alright. What did you want to do? I think you already did the comms attempt. Hey, you know, it happens. Yeah, I would say by now you were, you know, like I said before, astrometrics is big picture stuff. So you see a big metal shuttle dock with the big metal ship that you're on. Uh, no, I mean that would be the equivalent of me sitting in my house, being able to tell if my mom locked the door when she left or if she didn't. I would have no way of knowing that. Not this is emergency power. Like if it's not oxygen or gravity, it doesn't care. Yeah. What was that, Angstrom? Hmm. Yeah, at this point, they're probably going to intersect with that same corridor soon. So they're either going to notice, and the blood isn't just on the door; it's in the corridor. So if they, when they pass your corridor, they're either going to look over and see it, or they're going to walk past and not see it. There's probably a 90% chance they see it, considering they're, you know, if they're on patrol, they don't. See, they're walking kind of slow, so it doesn't seem like they're in any hurry to get somewhere. So they're probably just looking around. So this will probably happen in 30 seconds. So if you want to do something before then, you're more than welcome. All right. Well, they do happen to notice the blood of the creature, and they do investigate. However, one of the Romulans continues on its way, leaving just one Romulan with a neural parasite and one human without. Um, the door is closed, so you don't see them, but you do hear muffled voices, followed by shouting. And you hear someone shout, "If there's anyone in astrometrics, stand up, put your hands on your head. We're coming in." What do you do? All right. Yeah. All right. So got the one Romulan Ulan guard. The door is forced open very slowly, as it is electric. Sorry, I'm looking for. Where is it? Okay, there we go. As the door cracks open, you see the relatively familiar face of the chief engineer of the Olympic, apparently a traitor, as he grins and looks inside to see you. And he says, just give us one moment, we'll be in there shortly. And he steps aside, and with one arm, the Romulan pushes the door all the way open, as he has that super strength we were mentioning. Is there anything you want to do? We're going to jump to the Romulan shuttle crew. Okay. I don't think they're going to fall for that, but we'll see when we come back. Let's see. Where were we? Oh, yeah. In the Jeffrey's Tube again. So you guys are heading towards engineering. The closer you get to engineering, the more Romulans you see walking around freely with disruptors out. The more screaming you hear for certain Starfleet officers being executed by Romulans. Right. Alright. Control security, everybody. Difficulty is going to be opposed because they're going to be on the active lookout. So as long as you get... Actually, the difficulty is at least going to be 2. But if you fail that, you know, you're screwed. But you got to get at least more than that. Alright. Ooh. Wow. So, well, someone rolled insight security, but you know what? I think your control is higher, so I'll accept that. Plus, it's a lot. Did you, Karava? Did you say you're spending momentum for that extra dice? Sorry, I was doing something. Okay, let me just. All right. So where are we at now for momentum? Are we at 3? 5? Man, I guess I didn't keep track of that. I guess. That's fine. Alright, so you're down to 5. The difficulty was set by the insight roll of mine was moved up from 2 to 3. So I tell you what, because he rolled so well, basically you're going around a corner thinking you're all stealthy, but he kind of puts his arm up and holds you back from going just as a guard passes. So I won't give you any additional momentum over 5, but I will say that you succeed, but just barely at not being detected. So yeah, how do you want to do this? You're probably, I would say you're in visual range of engineering. You can see the big engineering doors at the end of the corridor. How do you want to do it? Yeah. There are 2 Romulans with disruptors at the front door, yes. Oh, I think I get what he's saying. No. I That's going to be a theatrics roll for sure. I'm taking threat for every few minutes you guys spend in the corridor talking. In other words, shoot everybody. All right. All right. So you guys just walk up. I'm gonna definitely need a presence and command roll to see how well your acting is, and I also need you to role play what you say as you walk up. Okay. Role play it first, and then roll it. Body armor. Uh. Oh yeah. No. Yeah. They. I'm gonna. If all you're doing is that, then that's gonna be like an intimidation roll. But I will allow you to use your infiltration focus. So go ahead and make a presence and command roll. Difficulty is gonna be normally 1. I was gonna make it 2, but that was kind of brave, just saying, hey, we gotta go, and so it's gonna be. So they're gonna roll insight security though, so if they get higher than whatever you get, then they're gonna detect you. So they have a 2, or no, they have a 1. They no, not apparently not. So they just step aside, and you know, on either side of the door, and the two of you head for the door. So what's the Cardassian doing now that the 2 Romulans are allowed inside, and the Cardassian's still out there? That's. Yeah, y'all didn't plan this. He just hangs out. Yeah, that is true. I thought y'all were gonna do the prisoner routine. Like, well, we found a good parasite. All right, so the door opens. The Romulan doesn't even enter. He stands outside guarding. The chief engineer of the Olympic enters. He has got a Romulan disruptor in his hand, but it's not in any way pointed in your general direction. He just kind of grins at you. He's like, "So, what you doing in here, huh? Trying to do some scans out there? Is that what's going on?" Right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so unfortunately, we gotta take you with us because we've got this whole thing going on, and can't have any witnesses. So if you wouldn't mind, just he kind of gestures with his thumb. Just come this way with me. We'll take you to our command center, and we'll get this all sorted out. How about that? He, mhm. Yeah, yeah. But if I remember correctly, you left it in your kit, right? Like you took out the tricorder earlier, but you didn't take out the hypospray, so it's still in your kit around your. I'm imagining like around you, like you have it, one of those straps, and so it's just hanging there. So like it's you still have it. It's just not in your hand. Or, or you could spend a momentum to say you have it in your hand. He just looks at you like you're crazy. He's like, "Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Can you just? I don't want to shoot you. I really don't. You know. So let's just go. Come on." He's like, and he's just, "Come on, let's go. I got shit to do, man. Come on." Well, you'd have to role play it a lot better than that, though. Like he. So in his mind, it yeah, no. In his mind, it's all like laid out. Like he assumes that you know he's the bad guy, and he knows that you're not. That like he assumes that you know everything. So in order for you to trick him, it would have to be a crazy high roll of presence and command against his presence and command, and you would have to say it in a way that it would actually make him think. Like, because me as the GM and role playing as him, I wouldn't buy that for a second. So you have to actually role play it in the way that it's kind of feasible. He says, "Oh, thank you very much," and he actually does walk out first with his back to you. He doesn't seem at all in the least threatened by you, and he kind of steps to the side, and the Romulan's got his weapon out pointed in your general direction, like looking super, just determined to shoot somebody at a moment's notice. And as you enter, we'll say just for the sake of story that probably engineering is not that far down the corridor. But and he actually does lead the way. The Romulans behind you as you guys head down the corridor towards engineering. Is there anything you? Yeah, go ahead. Is there anything you want to do on the way there? They don't try to take your. Yeah, they don't take anything off you. They don't take your combat. They don't take your medical kit. They're just, as far as they're concerned, you guys are just taking a leisurely stroll with a Romulan disruptor at your back. I don't think so. Well, he wouldn't. The Romulan probably would, but the McShale, Lieutenant McShale, wouldn't give a shit. Do you want to try it? All right. Jump back to engineering as you guys have entered. I wish. Where do I have an engineering? I don't think I do. Oh, I fucking have a. I have a corridor. I should have used that instead of the Jeffries tube, but oh well. I'm gonna take you to the. Let's see. No. Yeah. So you get to engineering, you guys. What are you? Just gonna move you here for a second. What are you guys doing once you get to engineering? And you look around and there's Romulans everywhere. Obviously, there's a couple of human-looking individuals in civilian clothes. There's one or two Starfleet officers that are clearly controlled by parasites, but as far as you could tell, nobody's paying you any mind except because you're two Romulans. They're assuming that you're with them. So what do you guys do? Whisperly? Is that a word? I'm just kidding. Make an insight engineering check. Well, you can use security. Inside security, difficulty 1. Yeah, then probably not. Yeah, as far as you could tell, they're everywhere. They're they're everywhere. Okay. Just pretend like you're doing stuff. All right. Okay. Okay. Right. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like you have no idea if there's a Romulan going to sneak up behind you right now, but you know, where you are now, there's no Romulan looking directly at you. So, yeah, go ahead. You go to a console. What do you do? Okay. Control engineering. Um, this is actually I'm gonna go ahead. All right. Control engineering difficulty. If you're including the fact that you don't want them to be able to tell that you're doing this, it's going to be a difficulty 5. So good luck with that. I'm not increasing the complication range because that's already pretty high. Um, uh, okay. Shit, I forgot how much thread I had. Oh yeah. So how much momentum are you guys at? 1. You said 2? 0? Okay. So okay. Oh my jeez. So wait, did you get rid of the complication Lex? Okay. Well, that's a 19, so the complication range didn't go up, so it's just a failure, not a complication. Um, Reroll or or retry. You know what? You need to re-roll it because if you just try to do it again, I am increasing the complication range because they're gonna come over and see what you're doing. Oh, that insight engineering is not your role? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right, yeah, go ahead and do that then. All right. Just out of curiosity, what's the lesson that you're learning here? Never trust Romulans. Oh wait, you are one. So you're not even gonna trust your own Tal Shiar officer? No. Also, it would kind of be a waste because it's just a failure. So you could roll it and get worse, or it might not do anything. So you could just waste a determination. Um, but yeah. So if you want, I tell you what, I'll reduce it your to difficulty 4 if Karava rolls insight security to kind of make sure that no one sneaks up behind you guys. The difficulty is 2. You got it. Yep. So you just got to roll and not get a complication or yeah, complication. Wow. 1, 2, 3. What? Wait. When did you give me? Wait. What? Oh, okay. I thought that was done. My bad. I forgot that that wasn't the one you just rolled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and difficulty is 4. So you guys are up to 1 momentum. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. 3 determinations or 3 momentum. So you basically you wanted to reroute control to your console, right? All right. As soon as you, probably like 2 seconds after you do that, this Romulan lieutenant over here says, um, "What's going on? Why have we been locked out?" And the medical officer, the Starfleet medical officer, walks over and says, "What is going on? Don't look at me." The lieutenant turns to the chief medical officer of the Olympic and says, "I haven't trusted you since the moment I laid eyes on you." That is an opportunity, if you would like, to try to convince the lieutenant that it is, in fact, this parasite controlled chief medical officer who did it. You can tell just by the angle of the Romulan lieutenant that he does not have a parasite. So, as far as the lieutenant is concerned, um, he may not even know that parasites are involved. Roll up. No, go ahead. Finish. Yep, he is a lieutenant. Yep. Yes, Colonel. And he just without you're still gonna roll, but unless you roll a complication, he is gonna obey. So presence and command, difficulty 2. Just don't roll a complication. Okay. Mm. Wow. So you have how are you assisting with a presence roll? Tell me, tell me, how are you assisting? Okay, so yeah, he just grabs him and he's like, "It's not me, I swear. The diagnostic said it came from that console over there." And he tries to tell him it was you guys. The lieutenant's just like, "We're not having it. Ulan, take him away." So I'm sorry about that, Colonel. We didn't know you were coming to inspect our operation today. Thank you, sir. And we're gonna jump, just because it'll be funny, to the corridor, in which what McShale and none of these people are here. Yeah, McShale and the Romulan are escorting Dr. Engstrom. Um, there it is. And yeah, as you guys are moving towards the down here where the engine room is, you see a Romulan Ulan exit with the chief medical officer of the Olympic kind of very much not happy as he's shouting, "It wasn't me, I swear. Let me go. I'm completely loyal to the cause." And Lieutenant McShale is just like, this fucking okay. Well, we can't. Isn't he the one of the ones that are? Oh, that's right. You don't even know about it. He kind of whispers to the Romulan. He's like, "Oh, we might have to get rid of those two, both of them. That one in Ulan isn't even controlled by your people, so let's just take them out in an airlock or something." Okay, cool. And then yeah, so you see this all happening. Yeah, I'm not gonna make you roll yet for it. Yeah, but you see the two Ulans escort this one, or the two Ulans. One of them thinks that he's helping escort, but he's really also a lamb to the slaughter. Um, and he walks over with this doctor, or this woman in blue. And let me grab your token. You're somewhere. So what do you when do you or I should ask first of all, Dr. Engstrom, what do you do? Do you say or do anything? Yeah. Yeah. um. Yeah, I think so. I'm not even gonna have him roll. Like he is so overconfident, it's insane. But you go ahead and make a control. Can you roll, or do you want me to? Okay. I'll say it it is a hypo spray, so I will say medicine, but generally I would say security because it's more of like a stealth move. But go ahead and roll medicine, control medicine difficulty. Difficulty is gonna be 2. It's gonna be a bit high. So if you want to spend momentum, where are you guys at on momentum? 3? Yeah, you have 3. You know what? So hold on. So, yeah, that is true. I'm gonna spend 2 threat to increase the complication range. So just put the complication range to 4, and then yeah, if you want to spend, you got momentum. So yeah, just click on control, medicine, and then that com badge near task roll. You click that whenever you're ready. It's up to you if you wanna. You got it. Wow. Not gonna lie, I am surprised. Um, so yeah. Yeah, that is true. You're just like, what? Me? No, it wasn't me. He's like, okay, whatever, come on. But yeah, you pull it out as you got. I will say you can even as you two are walking past the Cardassian that you don't notice hiding in the shadows. , you have pulled out the hypo spray. So the chief engineer, who is not, well, you don't know, but the chief engineer is walking with, um, yeah, yeah, they're heading towards the nearest airlock. I would say that you should roll to see, but how about you just you just give me a momentum, and then you automatically will know that. That way, we don't repeat the same mistake of, oh no, some random person is reaching for a weapon. Let me attack them. Mm. Yeah, she would have to roll two for like an insight check. So yeah, that's a good question. All right. So, Dr. Engstrom, are you hypoing him? I would say you're slightly behind him to his right. So you're not directly behind him because he needs to be able to see you out of his peripheral vision, but he's clearly not paying you much mind. All right, control. This one, control medicine difficulty 3 is the base roll, so you have to at least get 3 because as soon as you reach for him, he's gonna do something. So, but he is also gonna contest it if you fail. So if you don't get 3 successes, he is going to attack you. Do you want to spend momentum? You have 2 momentum. How many dice do you want to buy? Okay. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. And he can also just shoot him if he needs to. Well, it depends on things, but do you have any focuses that would apply? Uh, well, what? I'm assuming you're trying to just like put him to sleep, right? Yeah, nah, I don't think any of that. Unless you're trying to give him some herbs, I don't think that's gonna. Did, I think I increased the complication range to 4. Let's see, one, two, yeah, to 3, which it's already set at. It looks like, and then just click on however many dice you bought on below that the task roll. Click on 4, yeah, and then click the com badge, and we'll see what happens. Well, the good news is you succeeded. The bad news is you have a complication, which always is great. So I said, well, you succeeded. So you hop up and you just put it into his neck, and he's like, he stumbles. So that gives you guys 1 momentum. Lieutenant, before you continue, let me resolve the complication though, and then because I'm not taking threat for that. So as soon as you start, or as soon as he falls, the engineering doors open and a Romulan walks out and sees this guy being dragged away by a Cardassian. So you guys are down the corridor. Well, yeah. Yeah, I'm assuming that he pulled the Cardassian and you like immediately jumped to where the Cardassian was pulling him. The good news is though the guys that walked down the corridor are long gone, so you don't got to worry about them. But another Romulan has exited. Let's jump to the the engine or the Olympic engine room. So you guys have finished yeah, whatever you guys are doing. Um, the lieutenant went back to his business. They're mad as hell. What guy? The guy that the the chief medical officer that had a parasite. He got thrown out in an airlock. No, he already got taken away by a guard. I don't see why you wouldn't be, sir. What can I do for you? Uh, well, I don't understand why the. No offense, sir. The Tal Shiar um, would care what a lowly lieutenant would think, but if it must be spoken off the record, I would say that the Romulan Republic is due for a resurgence. It's long since been the younger brother to the Federation and Klingon empires, and we could definitely get back our courage and honor if we take down the Federation a couple pigs. Yeah, like he's an imperialist. He's for sure an imperialist. No offense, Colonel, but I have no interest in spying on my own people. I simply want to do what's best for the Empire, well, the Republic now, but hopefully one day again in the Empire. Excellent. I will get back to trying to reestablish the controls. And he gets to some random console and starts working on that. What do you guys do next? Outside of outside of engineering? Okay. So you go outside and whoops, wrong corridor. Or is it? It's not. Um, there is a Romulan Ulan that you immediately see start chasing someone down. You can't see who he's chasing, but you definitely know he's after somebody. If I can find, there it is. So the Romulan Ulan has seen somebody be pulled away, so he starts chasing them. You have exited. What are you gonna do, Colonel Lex? You know, technically, a while ago, we probably should have got into initiative, but I don't really care. I like this better. Yeah. Do you give chase? Okay. You were gonna say something, Shamar? No, yeah, you saw him as soon as you started pulling him, as soon as oh no, you don't see them because you're around the corner, but you know the Romulan's after you. All right, you okay. So here's your options. Doors that don't have power are really hard to open. So you, you here's your options. If you really want, you can either give me that last momentum and have a door that's already been opened for you, or you can try to roll for it. And as soon as you get in, he will see you enter that room. I mean, you can if you can give me threat if you want to, but the next roll is going to have heavy complications. All right. So you find a door that's open. So all you got to do is start shutting it. The Romulan, almost you could see the Romulan just run past the door that you went in, looking for you, and disappear out of sight. Karava and Lex. Well, let's. So as soon as you hit the combat, you hear that dull sound that combat just make when there's subspace interference. So what do you do? Well, let's go to Karava and Lex and see what they do. So you guys, you two have seen a Romulan chase somebody around a corner, and then once you get to that corner, the Romulan, you see the Romulan run down the corridor, but he's not chasing anyone. He looks confused, and he just kind of disappears around a corner. So what do you do? All right, so you guys follow this Romulan down the corridor, and he, at this point, he is. By the way, you're lucky because calling someone when you have intruders, you could risk being heard. So you're lucky that didn't work. uh, again, give me. I've really got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. So, yes. Yeah. All right. So Karava. Okay. So for the sake of simplicity, is it correct to assume that Shamar and Dr. Engstrom are gonna hole up in that room for a little bit?
Stick out like a sore thumb.
Well,
I
I'm
also
sure
kind of
could
had
too.
I had another idea, but it's very we don't have the materials to do it. Maybe with your material, maybe we could fabricate like a small like little coil, like a purple coil, to put on our necks to make it look like we're one of them, and then just kind of try and role play it out. But even then, I'm already. It's just it keeps going back to the fucking fact that I'm a Cardassian. But yeah, what do you think we should do?
I'm a little curious because one of my values is that medicine is made of whatever's available. So I don't know if we could stretch that into being able to fabricate one of those fake gills.
I would say it's probably it's going to be probably a long-term process, I imagine, or it would take too long they would get too far away. So I would say let's put that on the back burner for now. Yeah, let's put that on the back burner and think about it for next time. I'm thinking we should probably go after him. What do you think?
Yeah, might as well get him with the element of surprise. Oh wait,
all right, let's do it.
I'm trying to think, because I had sensors working earlier. I'm trying to think if I know how many people are still aboard the ship. I was able to tell that 80% of the crew were gone. Yeah, I have a decent head count of who all's here. I know at least where they were, I don't know, 15 minutes ago before they pulled me out of astrometrics.
Sensors was just complete static on my way from the shuttle. We couldn't find anything. We don't even know who was on board or what the fuck was happening. But yeah, Shamar will stash the body.
Power.
Just because we're wasting time here, Stamel will stash the body, go out of the area, and once again try and I know she's a doctor, but I'll try as best I can to lead her and like once again, moving together as one from corridor to corridor, and try and follow. I imagine the footsteps, because that was quite a long conversation. I imagine they're kind of as far as they be pretty far, but I'll try and track them as best I can.
I'm wondering if we might go anywhere near. If we happen to be near my quarters, I might at least recognize that and be able to go, hey, wait, let me grab some stuff.
Yeah, that's a very good question.
All right, so well, yeah, we like I said, we can say that you are, but let me go to Karava and Lex real quick. So you guys, you saw this guy, this Romulan, like he wasn't like sprinting down the corridor, but he was moving quickly, looking around as if he was looking for somebody. What do you guys do?
Obviously, he's seen nothing, as per usual. Let's get back to engineering.
Okay. To return to... Wait, do we need anything else in engineering at the moment?
I don't know. I don't even know what y'all are trying to do. I don't know what your objective is, so I can't really help with that.
Okay. We'll probably have to go back near the doors just to go and get our...
So just we can clear this up for the whole group. What are we trying to do in engineering? I think is what the GM is asking.
Oh, he's already did what he needed to do. Is lock the
right. But what are you doing now?
Out.
Like what is your
like what's the next port? And you say that you walk back to engineering, which is the same hallway. So do we now converge?
If you guys walk back the way you came, then yeah, you will eventually run, turn a corner and basically run into each other.
Oh, so Shamar's like, stealth operative, and just like, oh, hi.
So you left McShale, the chief engineer, in that room, right?
Yeah, I tried to stash him as best I can wherever it was. You didn't really tell me what the room was, but if it was like we'll just assume it was crew quarters. I just like stashed him I don't know, in like a closet or something.
Yeah.
Something that they wouldn't look for.
We're gonna say he's that room is like 3 quarters away from Dr. Engstrom's quarters.
I also don't
shit,
suppose that
yeah.
we had any binders or anything to tie him up just in case he wakes up. I know it's a hypo, but
I
mostly
wanted
people
to
wake up.
almost kill him, but I feel like it would not be Starfleet, so I just like left him there.
Especially since
Basically,
he's
you can tie
and not controlled by a
it.
parasite. But I guess he wouldn't really. But anyway, what were you saying, Mac?
You can use bed sheets.
Yeah, I'm just assuming that you guys do that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So we all meet up, and I'll ask them, since I was completely in the dark. What'd you guys get done in engineering? How'd it go?
They're locked out, so we can actually go to either the bridge now, or it's up to Colonel here. It's under our lock and key now.
Can we do the same maneuver we did before and put force fields everywhere? What would we need to accomplish to do that?
Are you asking me, the GM, or the engineer?
I'm asking in game, but I guess I don't get an answer, so now I will ask the GM.
Yeah.
So basically, yeah, just do the same. Just do the same thing you did before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the required to do that though? Do we have to be in engineering?
No, you just have to be at a console that has security access to be able to do that. So like, you wouldn't be able to do it from like a laboratory science console, but you could do it from like the armory console, or a bridge console, or auxiliary control console, or something like that. It's one of those things where if you want to, you can just say you walk to a room that has a console. It's not.
Yes. Whatever the fastest route is, that.
Okay, so I'll say it's right, but it's between the quarters that you left the guy McShale in and Dr. Engstrom's quarters. You find the auxiliary control panel. I'm gonna need everyone to roll a control and security though, as you guys a couple Romulans are patrolling in your area. So control and security.
Also, since I assume control security. Okay. Yeah. Also, since I assume we like kind of debriefed, I'll inform them of the hostage that's
Roll 2 dice, not just 1.
I can't even like. Hold on 1 second.
Cool.
Can you roll for me?
Yeah, is there something?
Roll 20 is like. I don't know what is happening. It's saying server not found when I try and load roll 20. What?
Yeah.
Okay, now it's popping up. What the fuck? Okay. Sorry. Okay.
So we just need Carava.
Marche.
You there, Carava?
Did you roll for me, or can I?
Control security?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you can roll again if you want to. Okay. Yeah. So far,
just use 2 dice.
You want to use 2 dice?
Yep.
Oh wait, am I using 2 dice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's
Right, so everyone succeeded. The difficulty was 2. Guards pass you; they don't notice you. You guys get to this console. Nominate control engineering. And you wanted the force field thing, yeah. Difficulty 5 for sure. I'm gonna spend threat to increase the complication range to 4.
And are we doing it exactly like before? Like we have the code so we can walk through the force fields, or is that too complex?
Well, this isn't your ship though. That's the thing. You're a Romulan essentially hacking into a Federation ship. It's like basically, it's basically like you're declaring war on the Federation. So
yeah, that's what I figured.
So can we have only 1 momentum?
Okay.
So I'm gonna use that 1 momentum, plus give you 2 threat.
Good, because I'm getting low. Does anyone want to assist?
I'm a doctor, not an engineer.
Yeah, I'll assist. I have engineering stuff. Is it control engineering?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Yes. Okay, what was the role? I can also help.
Control and engineering. Difficulty 5.
Oh, okay. Maybe I shouldn't roll that.
Uh,
I have an
oh,
engineering of a 1. I shoot
1,
stuff.
2, 3, 4, 5. Colonel Lex got it all.
I'm a
You
soldier,
guys
not an engineer.
can still assist, but you at least succeeded with Colonel Lex's. So, tell me how you want to put the force fields up. Is it in certain sections, and do they stay there, or do you want to only like? Are you trying to only get the Romulans and the parasites contained, or are you doing it in every single corridor? Like, describe how you're doing it.
He's actually putting all the force fields up, but he's making sure that the force fields come down when they approach, and
Unfortunately,
only them. So
unfortunately, subspace communications is not in effect right now. So the ship can't really read your comm badges. So it's going to be kind of impossible for the force shields
can
to
he
come
put a
down.
code in?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
He
exactly.
put it
Which
in.
make a pin.
yeah
Just make a pin or
yeah.
something.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. All right, so yeah,
Yeah.
all you got to do is stop and type in a code, and the force shield will come down for you. So where are you headed
Yep.
now?
Team force fields. Let's go.
You do that surprisingly a lot.
I mean, it's effective. Like,
Are you going to
He
Dr.
he
Engstrom's
put.
quarters?
would you like to escape an entire adventure in like 2 rolls?
Where are you going?
We can go. Colonel. We're all good.
okay. Hmm. Well, we got some. We also got some interesting information off the lieutenant as well.
Yeah.
This is Dr. Angel. Met her briefly, although a little bit of
Most likely,
Uh, it might be easier, though. It's up to you. To just get on your shuttlecraft and go back to your ship and tell them to do that. Because if you try to get everything running while you're in a diamagnetic subspace interference field, it's going to be like a lot of complications and really, really difficult. Meanwhile, flying a ship at impulse, not so difficult. You can't fly this ship out. You can fly your shuttle out. This ship isn't going anywhere. I mean, it's gonna, like I said, it would be a lot easier to just get on your shuttle, go back to the Carius, and then do whatever you need to do from there. Then, because you remember how hard it was to get the Alcatraz back running? It was a difficulty 5, and yeah. No, you can use the Dicarius to tow the Olympic. You cannot use the shuttlecraft to tow the. Even though technically in space you probably would be able to, but in Star Trek you can't. Okay, so you're heading down the corridor towards the airlock that you guys came from. Sure. All right. I'm gonna need control security for more stealth from everybody. What? Yeah, I mean, force shields don't stop them from seeing you, though. It just stops them from shooting at you. You're gonna mention what? Oh, yeah, I thought y'all were leaving him. Yeah. Alright, so... Yeah. Well, he'll wake up and be like, oh, God, I'm struggling in these sheets, God damn it. Since you tied him up. Ooh, wow. Well, do you... Oh, you're out of momentum. Oh, no. Um, a stealth roll that goes horribly wrong. How do... Let's see. So... That's what I'm leaning towards. So as around one of these corridors, you start hearing shouting, and it's the familiar voice of the chief engineers. I told you I was locked in them quarters. I was bound up by this and that, and then they look, there they are, and you see. That's definitely gonna be presence command, but difficulty is gonna be 3, as you're currently with a couple Starfleet officers. All right, there's no momentum. You can get. All right. All right. Nice. And let me just pull out McShale's character sheet. When you say that, the guards immediately lower their weapons for a second, for like a brief second, like, oh, another Romulan officer who's higher rank than us has just given us an order. Whatever shall we do? Obviously, we're going to follow his direction. But then McShale turns to them and says, kill them all or I'll kill you. So not only do they turn and try to detain him, one of their disruptors goes off and hits him square in the chest. And now I have to roll for damage. Basically, it goes through his chest, out the other side, and hits the other Romulan. And they both fall to the ground, bleeding profusely and screaming obscenities at each other, while one of the Romulan Ulans, the other one, the one that did the shooting, looks at you and says, Sir, it was an accident, I swear. Please, forgive me. But you're with the Cardassian and that doctor. What's going on? I see. Roll presence command, both of you. One can assist. Presence command, Karava, and one dice for Shamar. Does Lex want to assist somehow? Oh. Well, that's present security, so that's fair. I'll take that. So that he immediately is like, I understand, sir. We will absolutely take this vessel for the glory of Romulus. And he Well, the thing is, McShale's human. He's not controlled by a parasite. He's just a traitor or something. He's screaming at you obscenities. However, the other Romulan, who was apparently hit by a disruptor blast as well, gets up as if nothing happened and points his weapon at this guy. Oh no, an NPC battle! How awesome! Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, he hits him. Ooh, yeah, he's gone. He vaporizes him. Uh, there's no worm. So okay, yeah, he's the one with the worm. Okay, so yeah, Karava, since you're the ranking officer, you fire first. Control and security, difficulty 2. This is gonna be funny, guys. So, if the force field wasn't there, you would have hit him square in the chest. But you hit the force field, and just the energy just kind of disperses, and the Romulan looks up and touches the force field with his hand and clenches his fist and he says, "Our empire will thrive. We will destroy the Klingons, the Romulans, and the Federation. Remember this day because you were lucky." Yeah, he's a neuroparasite controlled Romulan. He doesn't give a shit about the Romulans. But McShale's struggling up the wall like, "You traitor, I hate you all." Well, probably because you ask him that? He says, "Well, at first I thought you were one of us, but it's clear that you're not." All right, so you walk down the corridor towards the shuttle, and you know what? Just because you're laughing, I'm gonna spend some threat, and you find that was like a comedy routine encounter, but you find the mutation waiting for you at the airlock. All right, go ahead and fire, Shamar. Control and security, difficulty 2. Ooh, that's engineering number 1. Roll security. You rolled engineering, and you still missed. So yeah, you basically just like goes right past his head, and he just opens his mouth. He's got that like predator mouth where he just opens up with like 4 fangs and screams at you and then charges. And when he gets to the force field that's between you, it takes him a second, but he does actually push through halfway, and then he thrusts his arm, his whip-like arm, towards the nearest person, which is probably the Cardassian. So, yeah. All right, let's see. I'm gonna spend a threat. Wow. Yeah, he gets you. He gets you. Yeah. Just like last time, because that worked so well last time. Alright, so now he's gonna roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So his tentacle wraps around your neck and starts to squeeze. Take 6, 7, 8, 9. Take 9 damage. You're injured once again. Actually, it's 10. Sorry, I miscounted. So, okay. So the ones count for 1. The effects count. Yes, take 10 damage and stress. That means you have 2 injuries. If you haven't used a determination, you can spend a determination to remove one of those injuries, and then that's if you want to. You can give me 2 threat to remove the other one. All right, what's the value that you're calling upon? No, that's a talent. That's a talent. What's the value? All right. So you have something to prove, so you essentially kind of try to struggle. I mean, you have a Cardassian neck, so you have like those wide necks, and it's like you're like struggling to like, no, it's not gonna happen. But this tentacle just keeps squeezing and squeezing, and he's got you restrained as well. So I'm gonna need Lex or Dr. Engstrom, one of you two, need to go next because Karava went in the last combat round. We could say there's a laser scalpel, or you could just use your disruptor or phaser, because they do the same thing essentially. Alright, control and security, but I'm increasing the complication range to 5 because it would be really cool if you shot your friend on accident. Control security. Oh, you got him. So that gives you a momentum. Now roll the damage, disruptor damage. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7. You slice through this thing like butter, and Dr. Engstrom, you can easily tell just by looking at this creature as it's reached through with its one arm. It's the same arm that it lost last time. Not necessarily. Yeah, more like the second one, probably like a chameleon or something like that. I could just imagine Shamar yanking that thing around from around his neck and yelling at you, "Good for you!" All right. So now enemy's turn. So far he's the only enemy. He's gonna pull himself the rest of the way through. I'm gonna actually roll for that because it'd be funny if he just got eviscerated by this force field. Let's see. I'm gonna say fitness and security. Yeah, he gets through. So now it's Dr. Engstrom, your turn. Yeah. And for a minor action, you guys can just like move behind the other two. So you have some cover. That's fine. Oh yeah. Speaking of which, because this is definitely not too late. So in the cheat sheets folder, combat, the middle one, combat minor actions and tasks. That's basically a list of all the minor actions and tasks that you can do in combat. So like minor action, a good one is aim. So if you declare that you're going to aim, that means you can reroll a single d20 made during that attack, which is useful. There are other minor actions that you can do. So your task would be first aid, which is either daring or control and medicine, to treat an injury of someone within reach. So that would be the Cardassian. So basically, yeah, daring or control plus medicine, and if I remember correctly, it's on roll 20. The folder called cheat sheets on roll 20. It's at the top. Um, there's better cheat sheets out there, but I just threw that together right before, so. Are you able to roll? No, it's not your turn yet. You have 1 momentum, so, and the more momentum you get on this roll means the more stress he gets back. So no matter what you roll, he will lose that injury, so he'll be able to act again. Yeah. Yeah, both of those can be are fine. Also, you can click on yes for focus use because emergency medicine applies here. The talents you just use as specified. Oh, that's not, I didn't even know that was. Um, it's okay. It's um. So yeah, you attempt, and that attempt will, I assume, carry on until the next turn. So let's see. Karava, your go. Okay. Control security, difficulty 2. You got 1 momentum. Okay. Oh, nice. So you have 2 momentum now. And yep, roll disruptor damage. Okay. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that has a vicious of 1. So each of those effects is an additional damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 7, 11. So he takes 2 injuries. Let me go and character sheet and see what his thing is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, yeah, he is very much still alive. The he, your security can't do anything because he's injured. He has to get healed first. Let's see. Yeah, she failed her healing roll. She got 2 zeros. Yep. All right, so it's now the creature's turn. It is launching itself at Lex since he's now the closest person. Let's see. So, where is it? he, what was that? Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't got time for this shit. Nah, the my internet died. Sorry, I don't know why. It's anyway, Lex, but I have to pull up its character sheet. All right. Spending it again. Yeah, I told y'all about that. I'm not gonna remember for you. Y'all have to remember that. All right, so it definitely hits you. Now let's see what its tentacle does. By the way, its tentacle is growing back as it's launching at you. Yeah. So, like, let's say a disruptor beam hits you for 7, but you have 2 stress, then it really just hits you for 5. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. What's that? Who? Yeah. Wait. Yeah, because it's technically a opposed roll. Um, go ahead and Lex do. Sorry about that, Shaymar. I completely forgot about that. I don't want to go back and do it retroactively. That would get too confusing and take too long. But Lex, roll fitness. Well, Lex already rolled, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 damage to Lex. Well, with an injury, yeah. So Lex goes down too. So if all the people that are down should go in the back, so that it's easier to figure out who's doing what. All right. So new round, new round, new round, new round. Who's going next? Who's going next? No, she's trying to heal the Cardassian. Yeah, on her turn. That's why I'm asking who's going first this round. It's a new round. So if Dr. Engstrom wants to go first this time, she can potentially get the Cardassian back on his feet. If you want to, I don't. That's up to you. Everybody has gone already. It's a new round. Yeah, half of you are down. It's a new round. All right, control security. You have 2. How many are you? All right. Well, you hit him. Let's see what the damage does. Wow. I don't even have to look at his character sheet. Yeah, the energy beam goes right through his chest and out the other side. And he just looks down at it like, and then he falls forward on his face. And he is out, dead. Whose body are you talking about? That yes. No, 10. I mean, did you set your disruptor to vaporize, or did you just shoot him to kill him? Okay, then he's vaporized. He's gone. Yeah, anyone that can go through a force field is kind of powerful. So yeah, it's a good idea. All right. Do you want to do a control? Now we can do it the scene change way and just change scenes and Shamar's back to normal, or we can have her roll control medicine again. It's up to y'all. All right. Unless you guys roll something horrible, the next scene will be you guys approaching, getting onto the shuttle. So go ahead and I'll let y'all roleplay that. The hobble. Alright. Well, the scans work if you're like right in front of it, which she was, but yeah. No, you remember she closed the door and its arm got stuck in it, and so they were like 3 feet away. Alright, so you guys get on the shuttle, you head back. I'm not even going to make you roll for it. That'll just give you an opportunity to fuck it up. Yeah, you guys get back to the ship, and is there anything else that you guys want to do before we end the session? Do you want to finish the interrogation? Why? Oh dear, I forgot about that, honestly. Yeah. Oh, one question before you guys completely disappear from this location. What do you do about this the Adrift Olympic? You can tell that the diamagnetic field is shrinking, and eventually it will be gone, and eventually whoever's left on board will just take the ship. All right. Not gonna make you roll. So you guys just tractor it. It's got no warp engine, so it's not going to be able to like resist you guys tractoring it. And you guys are gonna take it to pull it out of the field and take it towards the starbase. Now eventually those intruders are gonna get the engines back online, and they're gonna try to rip away from your tractor beam. Yes, if you want, you can beam them into your massively accumulating brig. You're just gonna have a whole fucking planet's worth of population in your brig one day, and you're just gonna start a whole new civilization with the amount of people you've got. You've got more people in your brig than on your ship right now. All right. Well, the thing is you only got like 30 people all together, you know, so it's gonna be hard to. Why are you apologizing again? Oh, because you ran away? Your pacifist ass ran away from the threat? Is that why? Fucking. uh. I mean, you did run away. That's kind of the definition of abandoning. Oh, you ran away and then ran back real quick. I didn't do that. No take backs. Lex, yeah. Alright. Alright, so what? I'll go ahead and make it super quick for you. You could take every single Romulan and nobody makes a move or a muscle or an expression. Okay, no reaction from anybody. Okay, that's the part, Lieutenant Commander Frost. So that's where we're gonna have to get to the role play, because as soon as she gets away from like where her people are, and you take her into like a separate brig or wherever you plan on taking her, I need everyone, whoever's there, I don't care who's there, to roll insight security. I know Shamar's there. Yeah, no. Alright. Lex, are you there? Are you doing it? Or are you on the bridge, actually? I don't think... Yeah, 0. Yeah, I don't think there's a reason for the medical officer to be there. Alright. So, well, first question, like, I need the specifics. Besides, I know you said you wanted her really close to you. I got that, but I need more than just that. Yeah, no, I need to know like how many guards you have. Where's the doctor? Where's Karava? I need to know everything. Okay. All right, so Karava's not there. Okay, so So she doesn't make any moves. You strap her down to the bed. She doesn't move, but you can tell she's visibly getting upset. Like not upset, like angry, but more like nervous. Did everyone roll inside security? And all right, so Karava, as she's being bound to this bed, a glassy look appears in her eyes for a moment. She's like staring off into the distance, cold, and then all of a sudden her facial expression changes, and she's looking around fearfully, and you can hear her muttering under her breath, "What happened? Where am I? What's going on? Who are you people?" As far as you know, yeah. She looks to the doctor as she says that, and she says, why are the Romulans? Are they here to kill me? What, Lieutenant Commander? She's as she's trying. You could tell she's like trying to think, like back on her memories. She's like, Frost, Quella Frost, please. What's going on? Karava, you feel an itchiness on your neck, and everyone turns and sees this thing crawl up into his mouth, and that's where we're going to end. That's where that complication was. Complication, now you're going to be possessed. Nope. Alright, so we're going to... Does anybody have to leave in the next few minutes so I can do their reputation first? Okay. Yeah, I feel you. So I'm gonna have to... Let me jump to... Where is it? Resources. Homebrew. Thank you. Alright, so Shaymar, acted in accordance with orders and directives. I think so. +1 for reputation. Challenge a directive. I can't recall him ever doing that. Yeah. Active Bubby on the Call of Duty. I think so. I mean, he's security officer, so he's supposed to be doing a lot, but... Yeah, I know, and they do that on purpose. I think they do that intentionally so the GM has to decide. But I feel like if I said no for that one, everyone would look at me like I'm crazy just because of how much crap you guys went through this session and last session, to be honest with you. But for sure, yeah. So 2 directly contributing to saving lives is a +3. Whose lives did Shaymar save? Yeah. Sorry, what was that? Directly contributing to saving lives. Yeah, that's the thing, and you know, some of these are super vague, but at the same time, some of them, like, you really have to be specific, because if you're not, then you can just say that everything goes into that one thing. So the directly part, so like, let's say she was taken by McShale into the engineering. Like, worst case scenario, she probably wouldn't have been killed. She probably would have been either, you know, had a parasite put in her, or just, you know, kept hostage or something. So I don't think that would be for him. Taking unnecessary risks. Was there any unnecessary risks that he took? Yeah, they're not. The thing is, they're not unnecessary, because you're the security chief. That's kind of what they're expected of you. Personnel under your command were killed. No, there's no security guards or security officers that were directly under him that were killed yet. So, directly contributed to the deaths of others. Did he kill anybody, good or bad? I don't know, because I know you have a phaser. First of all. Yeah, I don't think you killed anyone this time. Resorted to lethal force without cause? No. Formed an alliance with an enemy? No. Don't think so. Maintain the prime directive? Prevented combat? Yeah. So wait, hold on. 1, 2... Yeah, 2. Let's see. Prevented combat. Yeah, you did a lot of hiding. I'm gonna say, yeah, 3. Insubordination, no. So yeah, +3 reputation for Shamar. And then does anyone else have to go relatively soon? If not, I'm just gonna go down a list. Mac, Lieutenant Colonel Lex. So for this one, I said 3. So for this one, I'm actually going to do Romulan reputation, just because I forgot to do it last time. Acted in accordance with orders and directives, +1. Challenge directive, no. Circumvented combat with deception or espionage. Oh yeah, for Karava and Lex. So that's +3, so that brings you up to 4. Personnel under your command were killed. Did anybody die in this particular mission? I know people died in the last mission, but I don't think anyone died in this mission that was directly under Karava's or Lex's command, because they were all on the Dicarius doing other things. So, resorted to violence before diplomacy? I don't think so. I think you pretty much tricked your way through everything until you had to fight, and even then, you know. Let's see. Established an alliance with an enemy. I think there was an opportunity to, but I don't think so. I think you can do that with Frost next game if you play your cards right, and that's for everybody, not just Lex. So directly contributed to saving lives. I mean, you got a guy sent out an airlock, so no. Act above beyond the call of duty for the state. Yeah, I think they would definitely look at this mission and be like, that you did a pretty good job at protecting the state from these neural parasite infiltrators. So that's going to be 5. Insubordinate to a superior alliance officer, no. Knowingly directly contributed to the deaths of innocents? I don't think so. Taking unnecessary risks without a result? No. Betraying the state? No. So Lex gets 5. And I think Karava's going to get 5 too, unless, you know what? I'm going to give Karava 7, because establish an alliance with an enemy. Your interaction with that lieutenant, dude, that Romulan lieutenant was a nobody. That guy, I did not expect him to kind of have a conversation like that with a player character. Like, he was meant to die, and you basically got him to open up. So yeah, 7 reputation for Karava. So yeah, Dr. Engstrom acted in accordance with orders direct. Yeah, go ahead. If you got injured, you get a milestone. I'm pretty sure you got injured, so you get a normal milestone, or if you used a determination. So I think I think most of you did. Yeah, I think most of you. In fact, I'm just gonna say, since you guys are here, there's 2 players that aren't here. All of you get normal milestones. Does anyone have an idea to vote who would get a spotlight milestone, which is just like one level above that? And I'll be the tiebreaker if there's one. Yeah, everyone did a lot, which I guess happens when you lose 2 players. What? I didn't hear what you said. What was that, Karava? Oh, yeah. All right. What about Dr. Engstrom? Do you have a vote for a spotlight milestone? These are just like ways of changing your characters. I think I explained it before. Okay. Yeah, I was leaning towards either Engstrom or Karava's roleplay with. All right, so we have. Go ahead, Mac. Okay, so it's pretty much. All right. So spotlight for Karava. Yeah, Engstrom did good too. I loved Engstrom's roleplay, but yeah, it just Karava's ability to get into Karava's ability to get into other Romulans' heads was pretty amazing. Alright, I gotta do Dr. Engstrom's reputation. Alright, see ya. Acted above on the Call of Duty. Yeah, definitely in this case. Directly contributed to saving lives. Let's see. Well, we'll see, I guess, in the future, won't we? But yeah, directly contributed to say. See, the thing is, it's a +3, you know, because this is my homebrew reputation system, and I did that on purpose because if you're directly responsible for saving someone's life, that's a pretty big deal, especially in the Federation. So I don't want to just give it away willy nilly. Yeah. Well, that is also true, and it's also kind of funny that like they showed up to like rescue an entire crew, and they ended up rescuing one person from the ship. That was kind of funny. We'll go through it, and then we'll go back to it if we need to. Taking unnecessary risks, I don't think so. I think all of the risks she took were pretty necessary to save her own life and the lives of her colleagues. Personnel under your command were killed. I don't think there was anyone under her command. Directly contributed to the deaths of others. No. Resorted to lethal force without cause. No. Formed an alliance with an enemy. There was an opportunity. Actually, no, that was Karava. I'm trying to remember if Dr. Engstrom talked down any of the Romulans or Starfleet crew, but I don't think she did. Okay. Yeah, and it wasn't. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't really an alliance. It was more like it was like how a person treats an annoying pet. I use that analogy for everything, so don't take offense to it. But yeah, he was just like, whatever. You're another human I have to deal with. I mean, not that he's not human, he is, but still, that's how he looks at things. Anyway, formed alliance with enemy, no. Maintain the prime directive, not really. Prevented combat. I mean, yeah, you closed the door on that mutant's face, so yeah. So 3. So yeah, you get 3 reputation too. So quickly, I think I showed it to you last game or last time we talked. The second page. Just click on that cogwheel, and then you can type in the 3. Let me look at what their reputation is while you're doing that. Dang, y'all! Some of y'all's going up. Some of y'all. Mac, good thing I don't make you guys take away reputation for complications. Do you know how to get to the second page, Engstrom? On your character sheet? Yeah. So at the top, you see where it says, first of all, at milestones where it says normal, just put a 1 in there where the 0 is at the top. Yeah. Yeah. And then go over, you've already changed your rank, so that's good. Go over to where the 0 is on the right, change that to 3, hit enter. Make sure you hit enter. I will say that another time, hit enter, because if you don't, it won't register. And then click on the comm badge. Alright, so you go up 2, so you're up to 12 reputation. And I think that's it. The music ended just in time.